think that the trolls the trolls have come to the travel community? And if so, why?
I think there's trolls in everywhere.
Damn, party this?
I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement, all that time isn't wasted. Rapping getting faded. I just wanna tell my mom that I made it. Just wanna be the topic of the conversation. Used to rock the gold plated. Now I'm wearing gold chains like I'm famous.
So, as I kind of mentioned, there's a first time for everything. I've taken girls back from meeting them in the first time to my place, and no girl have I ever met had malicious intent to harm me in any way. This is the first time in my 38 years of living that this has happened to me. So now that this has happened to me, I'm on alert whether they're Colombian, Mexican, Puerto Rican, American, it does not matter.
Right.
So again, for some guys, it takes an actual situation to have that sense of, okay, this can go very, very bad, bringing two girls back. So, you know, I wasn't alert on that. Don't feel like I'm above anybody at all, because criminals will rob anyone no matter who they are or what status they have.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let's see. Shout out to Jay Fleming. Thanks for the information, brothers, man. Thank you. Oh, so I see you got the Colombian peso. So you outside again. Shout out to my man Jay Fleming. I'm gonna assume you gotta be in either Cali or Barranquilla. But let us know. Or maybe
I
you
think
might be in
I
Cartagena
think
too.
yeah, I think he's in Cartagena. He's
Uh
back there. Yeah,
okay. Okay. All right. Razor Rays is in the building. Says, remember to watch y'all drinks.
absolutely.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. For real. That's very, very true. Okay, yeah, he says he's back in CTG. Okay, that's what's up. Um, Uncle Guns chimes in. Excuse me. It says find a hotel that allows you to use the front desk hotel safe, passport, book, cash, and spare phone to go there. Yes, absolutely. So, like, I believe that if you're traveling, you should have a spare phone. So, not the phone that you typically are just using like on your everyday life. Like, you should have like an extra phone. So, I think that's good. And then also, with the front desk asking to use their hotel safe, I think that can be a resource as well. What do you think, UB, about that?
Yes. So there's many proactive protection measures you can take, and it's up to you to actually follow through and do that. And so everything that was mentioned here and also by Uncle Guns, you can do if you're anywhere in the world.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna transition the conversation, and what I have noticed, QB, like in especially like with content creators and talking about travel, dating, whatever it is, I have noticed that like the evolution of trolls has risen. And I do know that when it comes to the black pill community, there seems to be a lot of trolls there. So, I- so two-part question. One, um, do you think that the trolls the trolls have come to the travel community? And if so, why?
I think there's trolls in everywhere in the manosphere, travel community, red pill community, black pill community. Um, I think more of the black pillars is a defeatist attitude, and trolling to them is lashing out on their anger. So they can be heard whether they're leaving a comment, making a video, or recording. They can be heard. And so them attacking passport bros and guys who travel has increased. And again, as I mentioned, a lot of it's, anger, jealousy, and just negative attention. So when you're seeing more guys traveling, having fun, having a good experience, they want to have the victim mindset instead of using that information to encourage them to follow along and have the same type of success.
So I'll excuse me. I'll ask this question now. Even within like content creators and travelers, it seems to be like this defeatist attitude and complaining that I'm starting to see a much higher rise of even now.
Well, it depends what guys are really complaining about. Are you complaining that American women are bad, or you're complaining that passport bros are coping? There are several different complaints, but for everybody, you can find a solution. And so you have to stay motivated and positive to actually find your solution and follow through on that path.
Right. Yeah, and I agree with that. I agree with that. I mean, well, from what I'm noticing is that like guys are just complaining about what places that they should go to date women. Like, it to me, it seems very sophomoric and very pessimistic, and it just seems like as you mentioned, it seems like a very defeatist and feminine attitude, to be quite frank.
Yes. But in reviewing content, for the most part, I have not came across guys complaining about where to travel to date girls. It's more so, in my opinion, that guys are traveling to date women, and the guys that are complaining cannot go to those places or don't have the means to go to those places.
Wow. Yeah, speaking of the means, you got some people who travel and don't have the money to travel. Like, how are you traveling but you don't have the money to travel? What's up with that?
Right.
I'm sorry, I just had to laugh. But go ahead, QB.
So guys can travel and have options, but you need to be proactive and exploring your options. I do my very best if I'm going to talk about places where guys can go, like how I mentioned, my top 5 cities where guys can date Latinas. I would say, hey, these are these are the destinations. However, when you go out there, you want to maximize on your potential. And that's a lot of it's self-improvement, learning a language, developing a social circle of friends, and you can achieve those results.
Gotcha. Now you mentioned the 5 cities to date Latinas, and I believe you did a video about it, but speak to it really quickly here. What are the 5 cities and why are those the 5 cities that you've chosen?
So Mexico City, Barranquilla, Veracruz, Guayaquil, and Guadalajara.